The offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Now Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. First down, here's Cousins. Rolling to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Now a run with Cook. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. They run again on first down. Cook, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Cousins on first down. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Pretty solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Cousins. Open man is Treadwell, and he's got it for the Minnesota touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Bailey got the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-zip. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Right there.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10 at their 25-yard line. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. This is Coleman. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, it's a nice space for him.
Here we go, here we go. Black 80! Come on, come on. He's crashing. He's checking crash. 11.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman, and he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Coleman now. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it, and the Vikings pick up the football. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, 38 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. There's Garoppolo to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Eluding the pressure right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And this is going to turn into another first. Down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 26. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him. Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo, this one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 26 yards. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Slam, slam, slam. Check 37, check 37.
Here's Coleman. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half. That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. It's a short kick, taken near the 18. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40.
At their own 38-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now Cook, and running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. On 3rd down, Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. D Ford. And there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. And Diggs has it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. $17 yards, 1st down, Vikings.
1st down, Minnesota.
To Hunt. What are these? Lucky 48. Stick wide. Where's the Hunt?
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
The run on first down gets them a couple up to the 27. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a give right side, Coleman. He finds an opening past the 40. And down to the 16-yard line. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings' 16-yard line. So a big carry there, maybe trying to atone for that fumble he had earlier in this one.
Yeah, I know every coach always tells you, shake it off, let it go. You know it's in your head. You want to make up for it, and he did exactly that on that play.
Check three. 21.
On first down, it's Coleman. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning.
Here we go.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. On second down, it's Coleman. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. On third down, Coleman.
So many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. It's Coleman here. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Tevin Coleman with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers get a score closer. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Armstead picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Going deep for Diggs. It got his man complete. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Now Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
And the Vikings first down.
Cousins now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Stephon Diggs. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Not time enough for a play and then a timeout, you wouldn't think. So with 4 seconds left, they're going for it. On 2nd and 10, Cousins to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Here we go, here we go,
The
here we go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Joker. Check it out, read.
Hey, gun.
Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
11.
Snap comes at 1. Garoppolo completes it to Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Here we go.
It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. They'll run on first down. It's Coleman, and he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Let's get
Recon, 132 fighter.
They'll keep it on the ground. Coleman. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Here we go. 180.
Mike's by 4. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
65.
Topper! 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Garoppolo looks to throw. It's caught by Sanders. As Sanders has it poked free. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Being chased out left. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on the 9.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Open man is Treadwell, and he's got it for the Minnesota touchdown. Laquan Treadwell. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. There for the sack, Everson Griffin. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Everson Griffin able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. So the screen pass goes backwards. That play seemed to have a potential disaster written all over it from the start.
I mean, wasn't that a tough spot on the field to make that call? You're inviting defensive linemen and linebackers to get pressure. So one of them snips this out, you're definitely in danger. And this time, it costs them 2 points. For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And all the way down to the 42. A big play there out of Cook. 45 yards on the ground. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Coleman. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Wait.
On 3rd down, Coleman. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman, 53 yards. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. Gold with the extra point, and that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Here we go, D.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Throwing, Cousins.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. Meanwhile here, a run on 1st down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They run it again with Cook. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They run, Cook. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, this is Madison. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. They converted once earlier on this opening drive, but now comes a big test. 4th and goal. They'll run for it. Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to pour it on.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4, Garoppolo, and an alley to run. And now look at this, big gain, but a fumble. And that is going to skip out of bounds, so a break there for sure. They'll hold on to the possession at the 5-yard line. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Cousins here to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 12.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On the ground, it's Cook. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.